up, VC? Always, trying to start the day off with a little guitar, some coffee, and some music. So, I'll tilt this up a little bit. Do a little. Sorry if that just annoyed you guys. I understand it. That's what it does to most of your girlfriends. So, totally joking. I've had some amazing, supportive girlfriends that just listen to me play guitar for hours on end. And then they ended up in an asylum for some reason. Alright guys, I got some goods. Told you I went to the store that one day to get a Grail, and then I seen the Frank Zappa Shut Up and Play Your Guitar. Hence why maybe I need to do that more often. No. And what did I get? Well, let's just show it. Finally scored this on vinyl. Now this is an import. It had the sticker on there. I'd hate to call it that, but it's a double LP on white vinyl. One side of the record, when you pull the records out, one side's got the purple label, the other side's green. But the only other person I've seen that has this on vinyl in the vinyl community, JC Flipside. Go subscribe to his channel. Go check it out. Really cool dude. Really great channel. And I don't know if that one he has is. Did he get that? Was there a batch that came out when the album came out? And that's what I assume, but I don't know. The guy at my local spot was saying that one that came out back in the day, that was an import also. So I don't know, but I'm just stoked to get a copy. I wish it was on plain black, or the white color just looks weird. But both of them super straight, not warped, sound good. There's a little bit of surface noise on side 2. But I feel like it's just a little bit of static coming through because they're so new. But stoked to finally get a copy of this, and it's on it's the shiny cover, so it's pretty cool. It's nice. I wish it was a gatefold because it is a double LP. I hate when they squeeze two LPs into one. It's just nicer when there's a gatefold. But super stoked. Hearing it on vinyl, you can hear some of the layers of stuff that you didn't stand out so much on the CD. And I don't know if it's because, I guess when you transfer it to vinyl, it's different than CD. And I don't know if if this was cut, they had someone do the mastering just so the vinyl cut was going to sound really good. But it does sound good. The drums sound really good. Like I said, side 2, a little bit of surface noise about midway through the first song. But I'm stoked. So yeah, if you got this on vinyl, throw a comment. This album came out, I want to say 1997, and my stepdad got it for me as a gift on CD, and I still have the CD. And I just remember putting it on, and when you're younger, you have a lot more expectation in a band when they're coming out, as far as what you assume, what you think the next album's going to sound like. So I thought, I was expecting more of a continuation of Dirt. And this was like, whoa, they definitely, the vocals, he was doing different stuff with his vocals. Some of the riffs are just a little bit different, but you know what? That's what made this album really awesome. It ended up growing on me a lot. I remember I first put it on, I was like, I don't know. I remember telling my stepdad back in the day, I was like, I think they got a little too weird. They're trying to change too much, I think. And, but back in the day, you didn't have access to so much music. So when you got a new CD, even if you didn't like it a bunch at first, you really didn't have too many options for new music. So you would really kind of just really try to find the songs. I remember some of the songs I liked right off the bat. The first, the opening track, I was like, okay, this is kind of trippy. Heaven Beside You, God Am. So there was a few I liked right off the bat, but It's Over Now is really good. The Frogs, this whole album's really good. But I think my ears just were not ready for what Alice in Chains was already what they were evolving into. But now I look back and I was like, gosh damn. Looking back on what I was listening, you're like, man, that was a killer album. I always knew this. It's just when it first came out, like I said, I was like, man, I think this is again, this is 17-year-old me. So yeah, I hear it now and I'm like, gosh damn, it's a great album. It's just as good as Dirt in a different way. And it's funny, I think for me, being a younger musician or just a younger person, you know, in general, it's an artist really is about like evolution, like the you know, that's like just how it stays fun for me. Learning, like, that's why I love playing all genres of music, listening, learning them, and trying to play them, and that's what keeps it fun. So so I mean Jerry Cantrell and Lane Staley as songwriters, they were evolving. You know what I mean? So, and it's cool that you get to hear the evolution. If you go from any band, you go from the first album. I mean, a good example of a big band that their first album still really great, but you're like, whoa, you know, they were definitely a little bit different. Or just a different, totally different songwriting, different, not so much different songwriting, but just a different sound. And that Metallica, go to Kill 'Em All. I remember the first Metallica I heard was One. They had that video on MTV, and that was like a badass song. That made me an instant like, oh, okay, Metallica, this is badass. And then the Black Album came out. Now, I'm going to say I was in 6th grade at the time. Big album, Enter Sandman. I remember I liked every single that came out on MTV I was into. And I was a young kid, and I know people were like, oh, it's Metallica, sold out or got big. I had no idea if Metallica was selling out or big. I just knew I liked the music. And you know what I mean? And so then I remember getting And Justice for All, finally on cassette tape. Fast forward, eventually I finally got Kill 'Em All. And I remember just hearing the opening track, Hit the Lights. I was like, whoa, this is the same band? And you could tell the vocals, he was younger, so it's like more high pitched. The guitar's just little, you know, it's not as big sounding as the next album. It's more of an overdrive, not so much distortion. Or maybe more distortion, less overdrive, however you want to look at it. And then the songs are almost like punk. They're going balls to the wall because, you know, it's thrash. But And Justice for All and the Black Album, they're, to me, even though Metallica comes from a thrash band era, that was just like some good heavy metal to me, even though they still sometimes did the thrash beat. But the Black Album, there was no thrash left, and that's fine. But again, that's my stance. A good evolution of artists as a band, and the guitar player. I'm really so many guitar players. So many musicians I'm into, and like I said, when people are like, oh, this person's a shredder, I don't think of a shredder as a better guitar player as others. You have guitar players that can do something that's just real simple, like The Edge from U2. I know some people are like, oh, they don't like U2. Regardless if you don't like U2 or not, The Edge is a unique guitar player. But he shreds, in my opinion. He's just not doing it in your Steve Vai typical Yngwie Malmsteen way. But I like all these records. If you're a guitar player on any one of my records, I think you're you're really amazing guitar player, and you're a shredder. You're just not shredding like a bunch of just notes apart. Which so that, usually as a guitar player, you'll go through a shred phase. Now, if you stay in that shred phase forever, that's awesome. There's people that are doing some shred shit that's just fucking mind-boggling. Guthrie Govan, you know, I mean, he's one of those people just can do some, you know, Buckethead, just doing some really complex stuff. But Buckethead writes a lot of beautiful stuff. So, but the evolution of a musician, like I was saying, J.D. Simo, his evolution as a musician is fast. And if you listen to his first album to his newest album, you can tell it's the same artist, but just so playing has evolved to so much, to a totally like a new universe. And what's pretty cool, and this is with most artists, if you go back to Jay Simon was like really, there's like one of his albums, he was like a teenager, and he sounds like he was playing a lot like Stevie Ray Vaughan. More so back then. And now he's like funk, blues, chromatic, trippy, jam vibe thing that he does. It's really badass. And then really old school. He goes really old school blues at times too. So anyways, and then so yeah, so the other album I got, I haven't listened to yet. This one. I've been wanting to get this one. I listened to it on YouTube, and it's a great album. I just listened to a few tracks. I know I was like, oh, I got this is a good one. I got to get it. I don't want to, listen too much of it too much of it on YouTube. But I listened to a few tracks. And I was like, okay, this is good. And then the lineup on here was straight fire. I mean, you have Lee Morgan on trumpet, George Coleman on tenor sax, Grant Green on guitar, and then Reuben Wilson on organ, and Leo Morris on drums. And I gotta tell you, I've never heard of Reuben Wilson. Maybe he's played on something I have, but I don't have any of his stuff. This came out. Most of the stuff in the classic series is good. Now, does it connect with me? Some yes, some no. If I was a super baller, I would just get them all. But I'm trying to choose wisely here. And I've heard of Lee Morgan, obviously. I've heard of George Coleman. I've heard of Grant Green. I can't say I've heard of Leo Morris. Maybe I have, but I'm not recognizing the name. But his album cover man, if you're going to pick an album on just based on the album cover, gosh damn, that's a fucking rad cover. So anyways, but yes, it's a great album. So, picked it up today. And it's cool that all these classic series, mastered from the original analog tapes. Sometimes, don't take that for granted. The fact that we got access to this, these analog tapes are older than I am. By quite a bit, some of them. And maybe not this one. Maybe I'm wrong here. Let's see. Oh yeah, this one's it's recorded in '69, so yeah, quite a bit older than I am. But it's just cool that we are able to still get a good mix for a good deal. And these classic series albums sound really good. Low surface noise or 180 gram vinyl, and I know now a lot of people are like, oh, that doesn't mean shit. And I kind of agree with you, but I think I've been brainwashed enough to be like, oh, kind of like why I've seen that 180 now. It's more of a comfort thing now. Oh, and you know what? I was going to introduce myself at the beginning of the channel, but I messed that one up. So my name's Ty. If you've stuck along this, if you've stayed with me this song, thank you. Throw a comment. My videos kind of go too long, and I don't try to do that. Usually in my brain, I'm like, okay, you should probably go for 5 to 10 minutes. And then I'm just rambling to you guys because why not? It's just gonna, I'm either gonna write about it or make a song about it, and I might as well just get some of this junk mail out. I don't say it's junk mail. These are just those daily musical thoughts stuff, playing some vinyl. I did get another record, the second track. I don't even want to show this album yet because, well, I'll just tell you guys. It's Beck Mellow Gold. Great album. I got a copy. The second track had a pop almost like the whole song. Luckily, my spot's held cool. They let me exchange it for another one. The same things happened on this one, so I'm like, I might just take this and get a different one and then order online. Maybe this one's a certain color, so I think on the back, it seems like they just pressed a bad batch. Or maybe the few that my spot's got. I won't say few. So far, the 2 that I've gotten. When he did play it on his turntable, though, the pop wasn't as loud. So on my turntable, different stylist, different setup, the pop was quite a bit louder. When he played it on his, I was like, wow. If it was that quiet on mine, I don't even think I would have gave a shit. But on my setup, it was like pop, 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 pop. I think it's a two clicks. Either way. And Too Many Records, he's got a channel. He has his channel's a channel. It's been around for a while. One of the first channels I probably watched. I always forget to mention that, but he did a video a while back just talking about some instance here, guys. Just about how the quality control is bad and how it's almost like a unicorn getting a record that's not warped, that doesn't have any issues, and there's definitely some truth to that. It's a good video, and so yeah. Anyways, guys, trying to keep this short, like I was saying, and you're right, there's another 15-minute round. So cheers. Play lots of vinyl. Stay positive, all the good stuff. Throw some comments if you made it through the end of the video. If you didn't and you just watched a couple minutes, thank you for at least doing that. See you guys next time. Bye.